Dear cherished child, listen carefully as I speak, for this isn't an ordinary whisper, but a heavenly arrangement unfolding behind the scenes. Heaven has turned a page on its book about you, and your name was inked where destiny meets divine camaraderie. Archangel Michael declares with urgency and love, someone is being sent to your life. This isn't by mere chance or human will, but by God's own plan. A soul chosen, refined, and assigned to walk with you is being prepared to join your journey. This person carries a light that aligns with yours. They are not coming to deplete you, but to amplify what you already hold. They are an answer to prayers you murmured when no one was there, a confirmation to tears that dampened your pillow, a tangible evidence that heaven hasn't abandoned you. This soul won't arrive empty-handed. They bring healing for wounds you thought were permanent, joy for nights that seemed endless, and a divine partnership for tasks too heavy to bear alone. Pay close attention before it's too late. Open your spirit to this truth. Don't let past hurts or disappointments harden your heart. Don't let fear of past betrayals rob you of what is now being bestowed upon you. This arrival isn't like those who caused you pain. This person is heaven-sent, marked by divine purpose, and Michael himself is watching over their journey to guarantee no delays, interruptions, or deceptions can keep them from reaching you. Can you sense it? Even now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Where you once felt lonely, soon laughter will fill your home. Where silence once shadowed your steps, soon harmony will walk by your side. Where emptiness reverberated, love will fill the space with warmth. Child of God, this is your predestined moment. Archangel Michael isn't speaking idly. Someone is being divinely dispatched, and they are nearer than you think. Don't miss out. Don't let doubt suppress your faith. Open your heart to receive what heaven has sent your way. And when this spirit enters your life, you'll identify them. Not solely based on looks, but by the tranquility they provide, by the way your soul finds rest in their company, and by the way heaven validates. This is the one I foretold for you. Shine, my cherished child, if this message resonates with you. Don't hoard it alone. Share it because your validation may also enlighten someone else. And remember, stay with me until the end. More revelations are still unveiling themselves for you. My cherished child, today the heavens are wide open above you, and Archangel Michael has emerged with an irrevocable decree. He whispers in the core of your being, I am sending someone into your life. This person is extraordinary, selected, refined, and attuned for you. Open your heart promptly before it's too late. For this is the season when your destiny will encounter companionship. These words are not mere letters on a page, but streams of life coursing into you, urging you to awaken, to believe, to accept what's being readied in silence yet poised to arrive with majesty. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize the initial scene that is already unfolding. The dawn arises not as it once did, but brighter, softer, infused with an anticipation. You can't describe it, yet you sense it. There's a subtle stirring in the air, a sweetness in the breeze, a warmth that kisses your skin as if heaven itself is embracing you. In the hidden realm, Michael is orchestrating events, aligning paths and guiding the one who bears light towards you. This isn't chance. It's a pact, not an accident but a design. You step into your day as if nothing extraordinary will occur. Yet inside there's an understanding that something is transforming. Then in that divine instant, the meeting happens. Two lives collide, two gazes lock, two hearts acknowledge what words can't yet articulate. You feel it instantly, a peace you didn't anticipate. I've been yearning for, a comfort that feels like home, a familiarity as, though you have known this soul before time started. Type 222 to claim it. That is the stamp of heaven. That is the signature of God saying, this is the one I am sending. The person wears no mask, no pretense, no deception. Their presence itself is a balm. Their smile disarms the barriers you built. Their words flow with sincerity, and every sentence feels like written just for your ears. They ask simple things, yet every question feels as though they have read your heart. They do not come to take what's yours, but to add to it, to multiply joy, to heal wounds, to help carry burdens so you don't have to bear them alone. You will remember that moment forever because it is the very moment when the prophecy Michael carried became real in your life. Days start to unfold like pages of a sacred book. The conversations deepen. You sit together, perhaps in the quiet of a garden or the hum of a busy cafe, and you lose track of time. Hours feel like minutes and minutes feel like seconds. In their presence, you are not performing, not pretending, not hiding. You are simply being, and that being is enough. For the first time in a long while, you feel seen, truly seen. Not for what you offer, not for what you accomplish, but for who you are at your core. This person was sent to recognize you, to honor you, to walk with you. Archangel Michael stands behind these moments, unseen but powerful. He ensures that distractions don't disrupt this connection, that interferences don't break this bond. He shields you both from past voices that once made you believe love was impossible, loyalty was rare, and truth was unattainable. Michael silences those lies by bringing this soul into your life, a living contradiction to the betrayals and losses of your past. Fix. Where others left, this one will stay. Where others question, this one will trust. And soon, child, there comes a day when you understand this isn't merely a heart connection, but a fate intertwining. Together, you start to envision not only for yourselves, but for the world surrounding you. You discuss constructing, aiding, creating, impacting lives, and you discover that your visions flow together like rivers merging into one sea. Their presence boosts your mission. Their faith fortifies your voyage. Their embrace calms your turmoil. You perceive yourself in their gaze and know this is divine. This is real. This is heaven's reply. Do you sense it now, beloved? That tug on your spirit, that heat in your chest, that stirring within, that's confirmation. Archangel Michael does not speak idly. The time approaches, the moment nears. Lift up your gaze, open your heart, readiness your soul. Someone is approaching, and they will be living proof that God listens, angels act, and love prevails. My cherished child, hold these words dear. Do not let doubt seize what's already dispatched in your favor. Do not let fear recall past defeats when heaven has penned a novel tale for you. And when the day breaks, and it will sooner than expected, you'll look back to this moment and murmur, "It was valid." Michael spoke and heaven carried it out. Stay with me, for this is merely the start. Grander scenes of love, joy, and divine union are being revealed. Spread this message so others may not miss their confirmation. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe now because the journey ahead is too compelling to neglect. The heavens are still communicating, and you, my child, are chosen to hear. My cherished child, let me guide you further, for the tale has only just begun. Archangel Michael has already declared, "I am dispatching someone into your life." What transpires after the initial glance, the first encounter? Here, heaven discloses the charm of timing, and you start to perceive how every detail of your trip was leading to this divine link. Envision the forthcoming days unraveling. The sun ascends differently, brighter, exuding an inexplicable radiance. Even in routine tasks, there's a fresh beat. In your heart, you find yourself grinning at trivial matters, feeling lighter, sensing that you are no longer treading life solo. Then the message comes, a basic phrase from them, yet it seems like a melody reverberating within your soul. They pen something brief, maybe just inquiring about your well-being, yet it bears more weight than volumes of verse. Because it's not regarding the words, it's about the essence behind them. They were crafted to care, to listen, to see you in aspects others overlooked. You meet again. This time it feels less like strangers and more like two spirits reuniting. Type "God is good" if you love God, time vanishes. The world around you fades. It seems like you have known each other for eons. Though you are just starting out, their laughter feels like a comfort you never knew your heart needed. Their presence feels like a refuge you had been searching for. Their eyes hold both comfort and enigma. The comfort of safety and the mystery of knowing there are still facets of their soul you will uncover gradually. Archangel Michael looks on, smiling in the hidden realm as his mission is being accomplished. He knows that what God unites cannot be torn apart by man. He fortifies this bond, intertwining strands of destiny between your souls. He guarantees that the past won't reoccur, that old wounds won't sabotage the new, that fear won't suffocate love before it blooms. And as days turn to weeks, you start to discern how this person fits into the gaps of your life. Where you were weak, they are robust. Where you were fatigued, they carry vigor. Doubtful, they express faith. Where you remained quiet, they listened patiently, waiting for your words to surface. They do not push you to be flawless. They create space for you to heal. They do not ask for more than you can provide. They celebrate the little you reveal. And in their kindness, you understand that this is not typical love. This is love blessed by heaven. One evening, as the sky glows with hues of gold and purple, you find yourselves walking together under the canvas of heaven's sky. The world is quiet, yet your hearts are loud. You pause for a moment, standing side by side, and you feel Michael's presence hovering like a guardian of this moment. The person looks at you not with eyes of criticism, but of comprehension. They tell you something straightforward. Perhaps you don't have to be fearful anymore. I am here. And though the words are few, they break the shackles of years of loneliness, abandonment, and despair. Tears may flow, but they are not tears of sorrow. They are tears of relief, of gratitude, of recognition that God has recognized you. Beloved, these are not dreams. These are blueprints of what is already being drawn. Heaven does not deceive. When Michael says someone is arriving, know that the plans are already in motion. While you are reading this, steps are being arranged. While you are listening to this, hearts are being readied. While you are waiting, the miracle is already walking towards you. Soon there will be laughter in your home again, not feigned, but genuine. Soon there will be prayers spoken, not alone, but in unison. Soon there will be dreams written not by one hand, but by two, and the pages of your future will bear both signatures. This is why heaven is urging you not to harden your heart. Don't let wounds from yesterday cloud your vision of the healing of today. Don't let betrayals from the past make you dismiss the blessing. In the present moment, don't let fear of losing rob you of the upcoming gain. Archangel Michael says, I am safeguarding this connection. I am battling invisible battles to shield what God is delivering. You won't lose this person like you did others. You won't be deserted as you once were. This time the story changes. This time the arriving one will remain. So prepare, dear one, prepare your home, prepare your heart, prepare your spirit, because soon a knock will come. The call, the message, the invitation, the moment that alters everything. And when it does, you'll know without a doubt. This is what was foretold. This is who was sent. This is why you were told to open before it's too late. My dear child, hold this close. Share it so others can believe again. Stay here because more revelations are approaching. The story isn't over. Type 1111 if you love God, Jesus. It's just beginning. My dear child, lean closer still, for the vision isn't complete yet. You have seen the first encounter, the gradual unfolding of talks, the divine harmony of two souls joining. But now the heavens want you to witness a deeper unveiling. What happens when love blessed by God starts to take root? When companionship ripens into a commitment? When the one Archangel Michael sent is no longer just a guest in your days, but a pillar in your life. There comes an evening when everything feels different. The air is crisp, the stars spread wide above, and silence drapes the earth like a sacred cloak. You are sitting together, perhaps in a tranquil spot, perhaps in a home bathed in soft light, and the atmosphere transforms. The presence of heaven is palpable, as though unseen hands are writing vows across the night sky. The person gazes at you with steady, kind eyes, and in that gaze, you feel the echo of eternity. They take your hand not hurriedly, not in passing desire, but steadily like a promise etched in time, with respect. Their voice quivers not with fear, but with wonder of the moment. They say, I prayed for you before I knew your name. I searched for you before I ever saw your face. And now that you are here, I know you are heaven's answer to every hidden longing of my heart. These words do not just reach your ears. They carve themselves on the walls of your soul. You understand then that this love was not random but predestined. This bond was written before time, guarded by angels and delivered by God's hand. As you listen, your heart opens like a flower in full bloom. You respond, perhaps through tears that flow freely. I thought I was forgotten, but now I see I was being prepared. I thought I was neglected, but now I know I was being saved for this moment. You aren't just an individual. I see God's promise in your life, and in that conversation, heaven testifies. Michael stands unseen, raising his sword in triumph, for the mission has been completed. What God united has now found a voice on earth. From this day on, everything alters. You start to plan together not just events, but a future. You envision building a home filled with laughter, of praying together at dawn, of holding each other's hands in the storms and in the celebrations. You talk about journeys you will embark on, of people you will help, of lives you will impact. And in every plan there is harmony, not discord. There is unity, not division. For what heaven designs cannot be shattered by humanity. One day soon the blessing will arrive. Family will convene, friends will surround you, and the atmosphere will be thick with joy. There will be laughter, tears of happiness, and vows spoken not only between you and this chosen one, but between you both and God. You will stand before heaven's altar, announcing with every word that you are now one, united. In this sacred moment, you'll feel the wings of Michael enveloping you, sealing the agreement, making it impossible for anything, no challenge, no voice, no power to divide what has been united in purity. Can you see it, dear one? The path is already opening before you. The loneliness of your nights will give way to companionship at dawn. The silence of your prayers will give way to hymns of gratitude sung together. The wounds of your past will heal, leaving scars that tell a tale of survival, healing, and divine redemption. For this is not just love, it's destiny unfolding, a partnership designed for purposes beyond what either of you could achieve alone. Archangel Michael whispers again, "Do not fear, do not hesitate, open your heart now before it's too late, for what I bring is valuable and it will alter the course of your days." These words serve as a seal, a final reminder that the promise is real, the time is near, and the fulfillment is unstoppable. My dear child, you stand on the brink of a new chapter. Lift your head. Anticipate the knock, the message, the arrival. Believe in the promise, for heaven remains faithful. And when you encounter the one sent to you, you will know without doubt, this is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is God. Type 777 if you believe in God Jesus. Stay with me as more revelations await you. Share this so others may cling to hope and subscribe to remain in the flow of every word heaven bestows. For your story, child, has only just begun, and its beauty will reverberate for eternity. My dear child, now we proceed into part 2, where the narrative doesn't stay confined to promises, but unfolds into a tangible reality. You have heard the voice of Archangel Michael saying, "I am sending someone into your life." You have witnessed the first encounter, the holy recognition, and the promises that murmur about eternity. But now, heaven wishes to guide you through the journey that ensues, the metamorphosis of your days, the construction of a novel life, the laughter reappearing in your household, and the path God Himself accompanies you on through this divine camaraderie. The dawn breaks anew, you stir and there's no burden in your soul. The solitude that once pressed upon your heart has lifted like clouds parting after a prolonged downpour. You breathe differently. You feel differently. And as you glance at your phone, a concise message awaits from them. "Good morning. I'm praying for you." These words, though meager, possess the power to alter your entire day. For you are no longer wandering life unnoticed. Someone chosen acknowledges you now. Someone prays for you now. Someone cherishes your name in their heart with respect. Days merge into weeks and the bond thickens. The discussions delve deeper. Ambitions are shared. Anxieties are disclosed. Wounds are exposed. And in every disclosure, instead of rejection, there is acceptance. Instead of judgment, there is compassion. They listen as if each word matters. And you find healing in the straightforward act of being listened to. Where once you bore the weight of silence, now you carry the joy of fellowship. Guardian Michael stands guard at every threshold, safeguarding this new connection. He safeguards against the shadows of past deceits creeping into this narrative. He silences voices that try to sow doubt. He rebuffs the whispers that claim it's too good to be true. For this isn't illusion. This is divine truth. This epic is distinct because it is engineered by heaven. And soon, dear one, arrives the instant when this person is no longer just a guest, but begins to integrate themselves into the tapestry of your everyday life. They appear when you least anticipate it, not with grand displays, but with consistent presence. They bring you a meal when you're fatigued. They stay with you when your thoughts wander. She's restless. They laugh with you until your stomach hurts. These small acts are not insignificant at all. They are stitches of bond sewn day by day into something indestructible. One afternoon, as the sunlight streams through your window, they look at you and say something that halts time. "I don't just want to be a part of your days. I want to walk through every season with you. I want to be there in your joys and your trials, in your strength and in your weakness." These words are not an act. They are a vow spoken from the depths of their heart. And as you hear them, you understand that God has answered not just with companionship, but with a covenant that will endure. Archangel Michael lifts his sword in the unseen realm, breaking the last chains of fear that once held you. He surrounds your bond with a shield of light, declaring to every dark force, "This one belongs to heaven, this one is sealed." And in that moment you are free to love without fear, free to hope without doubt, free to dream without boundaries. From here, life begins to seem different. You start building together. Perhaps you decorate a home, filling corners with colors and laughter. Perhaps you cook together, savoring simple meals more because they're shared. Perhaps you plan a future trip, envisioning walking through new lands hand in hand. And through all of it, there is a rhythm of harmony, a melody of peace, a dance of joy that heaven itself rejoices. But the most powerful part, my child, is this. You no longer pray alone. One night, as stars cover the sky, you kneel together. Their hand rests on yours. Their voice joins with yours, and suddenly your prayers feel stronger, louder, clearer. Heaven leans in to listen, because where two agree, power multiplies. And as you pray, Michael adds his strength to your words, presenting them before the throne of God. This is more than you ever dared to hope for. Instead of companionship, it's partnership. Together you'll construct, you'll bless, you'll illuminate. Do you sense it, dear one? This is what Michael wanted you to perceive. This is why he said, "Open now before it's too late," because heaven's timing is perfect, and the one being sent carries not just love for you, but purpose with you. Together you will achieve what neither could alone. Together you will live the fullness of what God envisioned for your life. My dear child, hold on to this vision. Share it so others may believe again in heaven's promises. And remember, this is not the end. This is still just the beginnings unfolding. Stay close, for the next part will reveal how your union becomes a testimony, how your love becomes light for others, and how heaven continues to protect you both. My dear child, let us proceed further, for the story's river flows deeper, and the aroma of heaven intensifies with each step. You have already witnessed the first glimpses, the prayers exchanged, the laughter returning. But now I must describe for you what happens when love divinely assigned starts to transform the very environment of your life. This is not just about someone entering your days. It's about heaven sowing a living miracle in your midst and learning to reside within that miracle daily. Imagine a tranquil night at home. The walls that once echoed with silence now vibrate softly with joy. The Archangel Michael sits opposite you, not hurried, not distracted, but fully engaged. There is a candle burning between you, its light flickering like the flame of destiny itself. You converse, they listen. They converse, you listen. And in this rhythm of dialogue, trust flourishes like a tree watered by spring rains. You understand that what you share is not delicate, it's rooted, it's stable, it's authentic. Soon, dear one, you discern how your days align with purpose. A fresh melody. When you wake, their words are the initial greetings. When you sleep, their prayers are the final blessings. And somewhere in between, when life presents its challenges, you discover yourself fortified not just by your own strength, but by the belief that someone is supporting you spiritually. You no longer confront storms with quivering legs, for you understand that you are not alone. You face them with courage because Michael watches over from above. God guides within, and the one friend stands beside you. Archangel Michael smiles in the hidden realm as he observes you both share laughter, for laughter is sacred. It is evidence that sadness did not triumph, evidence that heaviness could not linger. He stands as guard, ensuring that no bitterness invades your relationship. No darkness clouds your joy, no whisper of doubt fractures your unity. He heightens your awareness to recognize what is sacred and what is deceptive, teaching you to value what God has entrusted to you. Then comes the day when your loved ones notice the change. They observe the radiance on your face, the peace in your stride, the kindness in your tone. They see the way you carry yourself differently, not with solitude, but with calm strength. And they admire, saying, "Indeed, something has transformed in them." They may not grasp the entire story, but you do. You know it is not luck, not coincidence, but divine arrangement. For heaven sent someone, and that someone brings not just affection, but the key to unlock the completeness of who you were always destined to be. My cherished child, now let me guide you to a day that will be etched in eternity. The room is brimming with warmth and jubilation. Flowers adorn the space, voices resonate in joy, and the presence of heaven hovers like a blanket of radiance. You stand side by side, clothed not only in clothing, but in divine blessing. The one God sent looks at you. To you and before witnesses of earth and sky, vows are spoken. Not vows of temporary affection, but vows rooted in a covenant. Words like, I won't leave, I won't abandon. I'll walk with you through valleys and peaks. I'll pray with you, laugh with you, cry with you, and build with you. As these words are spoken, Archangel Michael advances in the spiritual realm. His wings spread broad, his sword held high. He seals those vows with light, striking down every curse, breaking every bond, silencing every voice that ever told you love wasn't meant for you. He marks this union as inviolable, irreproachable, unshakable. For what God has united, no man, no power, no shadow can divide. And as you lift your gaze and meet theirs, you whisper back your own pledges. I pick you not just today, but every day. I pick you in weakness and strength, in joy and sorrow. I see the hand of God in you, and I will honor that for as long as I breathe. The crowd may applaud, tears may flow, but in the spiritual realm, heaven itself rejoices. Angels sing, the Father smiles, and Michael bows his head in triumph, for his task is accomplished. You are no longer alone. From this day forward, your home becomes sacred ground. Not because of its structure or contents, but because of the love that dwells within it. You awaken to the sound of tranquility. You proceed through the day with companionship by your side. You conclude the evening not with silent tears, but with mutual appreciation. And in this new rhythm, you finally grasp this is what it means to be seen, to be picked, to be loved with heaven's blessing. Beloved, this is not a fantasy. It is the unfolding of your own narrative. The one Michael promised is already en route. The steps are directed. The paths are converging, and soon you will perceive with your eyes what your spirit has foreseen, already understands. Don't shut your heart, don't postpone. Open immediately, for what's coming is too valuable to ignore. My dear child, hold this vision, spread it so others may find hope again, and stay connected, for heaven's voice isn't over. More revelations, more promises, more confirmations are being unveiled for you. For this love, this miracle is just the start. My dear child, now comes the final completion of this part where heaven ties every thread together, where the blessing isn't just spoken but fully revealed, and where Archangel Michael stands as witness to what God has done for you. The day approaches when your home feels different, not because of what's within it, but because of the atmosphere that has been transformed. Once it carried traces of loneliness, but now it vibrates with joy. Once silence reverberated in the corners, but now the sound of laughter fills every room. Flowers are placed by tender hands, curtains sway in the breeze like banners of promise, and every wall seems to carry the scent of peace. You look around and realize this is no longer just a house. This is a sanctuary. This is holy ground. The one heaven sent to you is by your side, moving with grace in this space as if they were always meant to be there. They place small things here and there, not items alone, but tokens of affection. A photo frame with a preserved grin, a note left on the table saying, I trust in you. A touch on your shoulder reminding you that you are no longer alone. These gestures are simple, yet they are the genuine treasures of life. For in them you see commitment. In them you feel eternity. Archangel Michael hovers near, his wings spread wide, his eyes shining with holy light. He whispers, Child, do you see? This is what was promised. This is why I urged you to open before it was too late. This person is not a stranger. They are your destiny. Just a companion, but a living miracle. Guard them, cherish them, for they were sent to you with heaven's endorsement. His words sink deep into your spirit, confirming what you already feel, but now know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Then comes the blessing. You stand together in prayer. Your hands intertwined, your voices rising as one. The air shifts. The room itself feels like it is draped in light. Heaven lowers to listen, and in that moment you sense the presence of the Father smiling, the Spirit comforting, and Michael watching over every day that lies ahead. You hear within your heart, what has begun here will not cease. This love will multiply. This union will bear fruit. This bond will shine like a beacon in the dark, guiding others to hope. Beloved, as you rest in this vision, let your heart rejoice. The prophecy is not in the distant future. It is already unfolding. Even now, steps are being aligned, hearts are being prepared, doors are being opened. The person chosen for you is closer than you think. And when the moment arrives, you will recognize them. Not by accident, but by the peace that flows, the joy that remains, the love that feels like home. My beloved child, this is the endorsement. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked, and you are not destined to walk alone. Archangel Michael has spoken. Heaven has confirmed, and now you must hold this with faith. Open your heart, prepare your spirit, for soon you will see with your eyes what your soul already knows, and when it happens, you will whisper to yourself, "It was true all along." Michael spoke, and heaven fulfilled it. Stay in this flow, for more messages are yet to come. Share this so others may hold on to hope, and subscribe so you will never miss what heaven is releasing next. The story is not ending here. It is only beginning, and its beauty will echo in eternity. Thanks for watching this God message. May God Jesus will grant you abundance in every aspect of your life. Type 222 if you agree.